We're turning now to the growing reaction to that long-awaited independent report in the 2021 Oxford High School shooting.
The report finding that the school and some of its officials did not do enough to prevent the shooting from happening. Paula Tutman spoke with the family of one of the victims about this new report just issued last night. Paula.
Yeah, you know what, this is definitely not flattering for the school system, and you can also imagine it is incredibly painful for the families and the victims. The Guidepost Solutions report, a third-party investigation commissioned by the Oxford School Board, after nearly a year of investigating, has produced a 572-page document that, for much of it, is tantamount to a scathing rebuke of how the district, from the top down, missed signals, opportunities, and basic common sense in doing what it could have done to prevent the shooting at Oxford High School November 30th, 2021. In which 4 students were shot and killed by a fellow student and 6 students shot and injured along with a teacher. One line on page 6 sums up the findings. Our investigation has revealed that had proper threat assessment guidelines been in place and district threat assessment policy followed, this tragedy was avoidable.
It's mind-blowing.
Megan Gregory's son survived physically. Keegan watched Justin's execution in that bathroom. He ran from flying bullets and is still suffering PTSD.
I always thought after it happened, everyone did everything right during it. And reading the report, seeing the missed opportunities to save Justin and Keegan hurts. To me, that was miss after miss after miss.
But what the report also shows is the lawyering up of so many staffers and witnesses that it was difficult to get first-person interviews that could erase what might be considered hubris at its worst for a self-evaluation and reflection that could benefit every school district. In other words, of the 161 people who had direct contact with the shooter, Ethan Crumbley, knowledge of his declining behavior as early as 10 months prior to the shooting, or people who were eyewitnesses to the events that led up to the shooting, including the shooting itself, only 35% defied the advice of lawyers and spoke up to independent investigators. Craig Schilling's 17-year-old son, Justin, died that day.
It's not helping your neighbors, not helping your family or anything. It just kind of skips over the problem. And if we're going to keep skipping over the problem, then we're never going to solve it. And that's kind of what we want to do. We want to address it. We have to address it. It cannot look the other way.
The prosecutor's office, the Oakland County prosecutor's office, already made it clear none of these people are going to be charged with a criminal crime. So don't tell me, Mr. Lawyer, that they have a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination, because the prosecutor has already publicly said there will be no charges.
So for its part, I did ask for some sort of response from Oxford Community Schools, and I did get a written one this afternoon. I'm just going to give you the broad strokes of it. It just says, basically, it's a long report, and we will share our response once it has been thoroughly reviewed. It is a really big report and a lot to go through. They also go on to talk about they are dedicated to the excellence and empathy of their students, committed to making decisions that ensure the well-being of every student and staff member within the district, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to put the full letter from the district on our website. Click on Detroit.com. By the way, Ben Johnson says, look, this is the beginning of accountability, certainly not the end, guys.
And coming almost now 2 years after the shooting, which is really, really amazing thought, too. All right, Paula.